talk about injustice and why it is killing businesses. Okay, we'll start with a very, very simple seeming, yet very layered question actually, which is your company fair? Or if you currently don't work at a company, was your previous company fair? Give it a couple of seconds, think about it, and just based on your intuition, your gut feeling, show of hands, who thinks your company, I see a couple of people like, who thinks their company's fair? And also, you're not, I'm on video, you're not, so be honest. Okay, great. Very, very, very few people. Actually, this matches the findings of lots and lots of different statistics, right? So usually, in most cases, only 1 out of 4 employees believe decisions at their workplace are being made fairly. This is the yellow line you can see here. The time frame is like starting in the 80s and then till the present, right? So this has been going down and down and down based on many, many different studies, right? At the same time, companies with high organizational justice, they see a 38% higher employee engagement, which is important for learning. We'll get to that point later, right? And then also fair organizations experience a 13% lower turnover rate over the course of like a year or two, right? That's how they measure it usually. I should say though, when you look at these sources, the 80s bit, it's a bit like a guesstimation, right? They started measuring this starting in the 2000s because up till the 2000s, most people in our hemisphere, they didn't really think about fairness and justice in the company setting, right? So this is what it looks like at the moment, and I want to say the picture's like, we have some work to do there, right? So, how can we change that? And today I want to quickly as I can, introduce you to the 4 pillars of organizational justice. This has been coined by someone called Gerald Greenberg in the late 80s. And then ever since he's published more and more content about the layers of organizational justice, you can see all 4 of them here. I want to quickly go through them, right? So the first one is distributive justice. So this is about allocating your resources and rewards fairly, right? Which also means some people might need some more resources and some others might not need as many, right? Another layer or pillar of organizational justice is procedural justice. This one is really, really, really important, and I think based on my experience, this is what most organizations do really, really poorly. So this is transparent and inclusive. Thank you, yes. This is about transparent and inclusive decision-making processes where you bring in the employees, but also you transparently share with them how you got to make those decisions, right? Most companies, I'm sorry, they suck at this. Then there's interactional justice, right? There's 2 layers to that. One of them is about interpersonal justice. So this is where mostly diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging falls into, right? Obviously, it's a broader topic, but this is where most of these initiatives land. It's about respecting and, valuing your colleagues, your employees, without any prejudice. And then the last layer, the last pillar, so to say, of organizational justice is informational justice. So here, this part is focusing on communication that is timely, again, transparent, right? Respectful, truthful, and accurate. So basically, don't lie to your employees, right? Don't hide things from them. This is what feels really shitty. I feel like most of us have been in these situations where you realize, either I'm being lied to and I can tell, or I'm a manager and I'm asked to lie, or like to hide certain facts, right? It doesn't feel great. And like to bridge the gap in the last minute to learning. Obviously, how we treat people at work and whether work feels just or fair affects learning as well, right? Organizations that are unfair, unjust, they are employees, they are very less likely to participate in any type of learning that has not to do with compliance, right? So growth is stagnating, innovation is stagnating, all the good things that you want, they don't happen there. They happen at fair organizations, which see a lot of feedback, right? A lot of innovation because feedback has been shared. People want to help each other grow, right? Also, you see higher participation in general in learning programs. I'm trying to wrap this up by saying, what I want to put forward, and I ask myself, okay, what is the last slide I want to share for this presentation? It's like, I want organizations to ask themselves in the future, not whether they can afford to be just, but whether they can afford not to be. So, thank you so much.